Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well. I hope that you had a nice Halloween weekend. It's hard to believe that we are already in week 10. I want to commend you guys for turning in your research papers. Just quickly glancing over them, it looks like most of you have worked pretty hard on those. Hopefully you have a better understanding now of how to write a research paper. And now at this point in the course, we kind of shift gears and we go back to the Tolman method of argumentation. So now you kind of need to refresh your memories of what we covered in the beginning of the course. So I appreciate your patience with paper number 1. I waited to release them until we finished the research paper because now you have the option to revise them. A lot of you did not follow the assignment instructions correctly. Everything that you needed was posted for you in Blackboard. So you should have carefully read the instructions, looked at the sample outline, and also the rubric. Most of you did not focus on Tolman. The purpose of Essay 1 is for you to demonstrate your knowledge of the Tolman method of argumentation. So you needed to discuss claim, reason, grounds, and warrant. You needed to provide an accurate definition of all 4 terms, and you also needed to point out how those items were used in your article. So for example, you would have said, something about grounds being evidence, that the author used a variety of evidence, and then gave a couple examples, that this evidence seemed to be credible. The author was very knowledgeable. You found to be the grounds were very effective, rather than to say more about the content of the article, whether that you agree that this is correct or you disagree with the author. It's really not about the content. It's about how the author used Tolman. So in Blackboard, under week 10, I have posted a sample of some student work that was turned in for this assignment, and it is 3 separate examples. So it's not from the same person. It's 3 different people, and so therefore it's 3 different articles. And you can review those to try to help you improve your own work. You have until next Sunday if you plan to revise to get that revision in. So you have until the 14th. So it will also be, the link to turn it in will also be placed in week 11. So the main project for this week, I just wanted to touch on quickly, is the first oral presentation. And the materials are there for you to review in Blackboard. Please review the instructions carefully. Look over the rubric and look over the outline. You do need to turn in a copy of your outline, and it should follow the format provided. It should not be just random bullet points or numbers 1 through 10. It needs to be a formal outline. You are recording your presentation. You can record on your laptop like I am now. You can have someone record you using your cell phone, and then you just upload the presentation to Blackboard. If you are having difficulty, please reach out to me personally for help. Another option that you have available to you is everybody has a YouTube account through your RMU Gmail. You could also upload your presentation to your YouTube account and then just upload the link to Blackboard. So that's an option too, because you do usually need a good bit of bandwidth to do this. So just depending on how strong your internet connection is, could also determine whether or not you run into problems. And this is due by this Sunday, the 7th. Now, your options are: 1, your presentation can be based on anything that we covered in the beginning of the course. So this could be you talking about paper number 1. It could be something that we talked about in class. You could do your presentation on the Tolman method. You could talk about one of the readings that we did in language awareness. You could discuss the rhetorical triangle. You could discuss critical reading strategies. So pretty much anything that we did up into the research paper, is option number 1. Option number 2, be very clear. Option number 2 is to just discuss 3 specific sources that you used in your paper. So you could discuss how you found those sources, how you evaluated the sources, how you used the sources in your paper. You want to be sure to identify it. Like, this is a scholarly journal article that I found through the ProQuest database, through the RMU library. Say who the journal article was written by, give a little summary of it, what type of facts were in it, how you then use some of these facts in your paper. You should not record a presentation discussing the content of your research paper. So, hopefully this clears up any questions that you have about the presentation. It's not a PowerPoint. It's not a Prezi. It is what I am doing right now. I am recording myself talking to you. So your audience should be pretty much the class. So make sure that you are very visible. You may be seated or standing. That's up to you. And also, I have attached a little video presentation, just kind of goes over the basics. Please do not be too worried about this assignment. It's just to kind of get your feet wet. This is not a public speaking course. Perhaps some of you have signed up to take that in the spring, which would be quite different from what I'm asking you to do here. So you don't need to be nervous. Just do the best you can. I'm mainly interested in how you select your content and how you present your content. So the content should be easy to follow. You might want to include things like to begin, first, next, last, to help keep your audience on track. So I hope everybody is doing well. As always, please don't hesitate to email me if you have any questions or problems. So take care, everyone, and I hope to hear from some of you shortly. Thank you.